Hello everyone, welcome to the Rage Traders YouTube NRL Supercoach video, and boy oh boy was it crazy. Round 7, some massive scores, and for me a score that I was very happy with because of the Galvin and Jaden Campbell news. Now, I have them both in my team. I didn't boost for Galvin because I thought that there could have been better picks this week coming that I could have gone down to. And also there was a chance of him still playing in the Tigers. And I was like, if Para actually win, do they bring him back or is he just gone forever? We didn't really know. So now there is talk or some sort of news that he is being recalled to the team, which is crazy, which saves me a trade if that is true. We'll definitely know the truth come game day, but it sounds like he will be coming back. But let's get straight into it. As always, thank you for watching the video. I'm going to get this out straight away for you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, any questions you have, trades, whatever you're thinking, put them down in the comments below and I'll get back to every single question I can. But let's get into it. So for me, for the week, 1237 was my score. I went down 276 spots in rank, which I'm very happy with considering that I had an AE for my 5/8 position. I'm currently sitting at 1710 in rank, and my team value at the moment is just under 15 million at 14,958,100. My total score 8,647. So maybe this will give you an indication of how close you are to sort of this score here, or maybe you're even ranked higher so you can sort of see how close it all is. Let's get into the matches. Now, I didn't watch every game this week because it was Easter, but boy oh boy did I watch the thrashings that some of the games were. But let's start with the Dragons and Sea Eagles. Don't be afraid. Don't get too scared about Gutherson. It is what it is. He's still a dominant piece and a go-to piece in their attack. Sometimes it just doesn't go the right way for players. And Gutherson, even a 57 is really nice here. Don't be too afraid on that. A 139 break even, but I think he's still a core piece of the full backs at the moment. I think it's Pap. You can't say it's Ponga at the moment. You've got Pap, Gutherson, Teddy, and Iongi you definitely can say for sure. So with the way he's been playing in some of his scores, it's really good to see. The cash gen is just crazy at the moment. And is it a time to sell him? We'll get into that as well. But let's talk about the Sea Eagles first. Olakau'atu 46, that gets a bit rough for you now. He's sitting at 110 break even. Look, this is the thing I've always said about Olakau'atu. He's super attack reliant. If we look at the draw now for Manly, they come against St. George, obviously in the loss. They've got Panthers away now who are actually starting to fire. They had a massive game this week into a bye. I personally think if you don't have crazier fires to put out, that you can get rid of Olakau'atu. Not to say he's the worst thing, but I do think there are a lot of 2RF options. You could look at going to Preston. You can look at going to Hudson Young. I just think with everything we've seen so far, and let's remember, Manly are at their weakest side at the moment. They don't have Turbo. They've got some key injuries here and there. So, play into that as you will. Even Garrick, I'm considering trading as well because of this and because of the buy. Or maybe you say to yourself, look, I'll wait out this week. If he loses money, he loses money. They go into a buy. I could hold again and then trade out for Sharks. But I think opposite. I think they're coming into a Panthers team that most likely, I would say, win this game. They looked much better. And then they go into a buy, which is going to stop you from a round of cash gen as well, or just points. So in saying that, that is why I would look at trading Olakau'atu in my opinion. All right, let's go back to the scores. Cherry Evans a 39. I think this is where we're seeing like Cherry Evans at his normal sort of scores, 39.40. Garrick, very underwhelming. I'm an owner of him. I think a lot of people will hold him, but I do think it is easy that you can definitely fade him. I would if someone said I'm getting rid of Garrick, I wouldn't challenge against it. And if someone said I'm holding Garrick, I wouldn't go against it because he should be a top 6, top 8 definite CTW, even a top 4. So it just depends. Do you want to like grab that cash? At the moment, I think he's only like 5K more than what he was. I could be wrong in saying that, but let's just check here. So he's lost 54K, he's plus 26K. So do you grab that 26K and do something with it and maybe go to a Karaz if you haven't got it? Maybe go to a Herbie Farnworth if you haven't got it. That could be a definite play. Nothing too crazy else. Hopper Whitey, very nice, 87. You love to see that. I think Cooler's been great as well. I spoke about him in my pods video. Now he's getting a bit high with an 85 break even. Nothing really much else there with the Manly Seagulls. If you have something like a sub, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's getting a bit rough out there. Going to the Dragons. Spoke about him, Couchman, a 91. Absolutely massive. You can still grab him. He's doing a huge amount of work. He's just an absolute beast. If we go to NRL Supercoach here, and I just go quickly to player profiles, and we just go to Couchman, not Ryan, Toby. We'll see here that he actually is that 2024. I did not click 2024. I swear to you. So we go to Toby Couchman here. The minutes, 67-7. If he's getting 60 to 70 minutes, a base of 71 is absurd. Like, absolutely absurd. I would, if anyone is contemplating getting off Nicholson early and going to Couchman, that is great. I think even I could go Gula to Couchman. The problem is, I think Gula is back this week for memory, so I really, really just want to see how that all fits in, but he's been a great pick if you've had him. Doing absolute work at the moment. And again, just a really, really nice solid pick. Sloan with the 79. I think he had 2 tries for the night for memory. Boy, oh boy, if one of these guys become a full-time hooker, just even in another team in general, like Jacob Little leaves for some random reason, you would pick them up straight away because they are putting up really good numbers for being split hookers. Home 65 in a game where they scored 20 points. A bit underwhelming, but he's still just sort of sitting on par. Gutherson 57 we've spoken about. Nothing really much else here with Tupolotu injured. The unfortunate thing here is that Finau, who is someone we were going to look at getting if he came in to this game without being a reserve, now he gets hit with a bit of a higher break even, so I don't think you can go there. Egan with a 49, still at a negative 25. Can you go him? Do you waste a trade on him or do you spend a trade on him? I don't know anymore. Still a negative break even. You could hop on that train if you did want to. Nothing else here, but yeah, that is Seagulls and the Dragons. The domination, Bulldogs putting up their hand right now as being the best team in the comp, absolutely slaughtering the Rabbits, just throwing them back in the burrow. Maxi King 112. I wouldn't read into that heaps, but a very dominating performance. 15 break even. Great to see. Preston's just doing really nice work at the moment, just solidifying himself as one of the sort of just consistent, well put 2RFs that's earning you the money you've invested into him. So at the start of the season, a lot of people fell off him. Props to you if you've held him, or props to you if you've brought him when he sort of dropped in price a bit, because now he's doing really, really well. The one thing we also want to see with the Bulldogs going into South, they go Broncos away, Gold Coast away, Canberra away. So that's 3 games in a row away into Roosters, Dolphins bye. So it's not too bad. We'll see how he does against the Broncos, who actually lose Reece Walsh. So, at the end of the day, that doesn't really affect him per se, but they are lesser in strength, right? So that is awesome in a sense of if you are a Bulldogs Preston owner. What else are we looking at here? Karaz 84, beautiful. Had a great right sideline play that boosted him up for a try assist. Really nice. If you got onto him early like myself, you're really happy with that. I think he's just going to be the go-to CTW with maybe Herbie, Garrick, and maybe Lomax when he comes back, and Holmes. Don't know if I'm missing anyone else there. Zeri's just doing work. Guys, this guy is flying under the radar. The fact that he's made 120K, 643,000 is really, really nice. Burden, really, really good as well. Has a break even of 83, but sits at 621,000. The problem I find here is in this game, a guy that is the kicker for the team that is, giving away, or not giving away, but, a core piece in doing try assists or making try assists, line break assists, goal kicking, just everything. He still only scores a 65 in a 32-0 game. This is where I feel like Burton just sits. He's a 60 to 70 guy. Is that what we're just happy with to have? But we're not always going to see these 32-0 scores. And when, he doesn't have these extra 2-point kicks, is that actually going to hurt you a bit? I think yes. I just think it's Munster Brown. I don't think Burton's ever been that guy to just have these huge 90, 100 plus games. And I think that is actually a possibility with Brown and Munster. More so in Munster just because of who the Storm are. But that's just me. Kick out, underwhelming 49. Reed Marnie, 48, which isn't too bad, but not that great. And Curran an 84. We should mention Curran. If you have Curran, that's really, really nice. South, we won't get into that too much. Boy, oh boy, is Latrell Mitchell bottoming out harder than we've ever seen before. 146 break even. Do not buy yet. Just wait. The time is coming. Mam, 43. That's where he usually sits. Nothing much else here, to be honest, with South Sydney. Yeah, this is just really unfortunate. Walker 13, Aitken 13, 15 for Dodd, 18 for Whiten. Just a pumping. Let's go to the next one. Dolphins versus Storm. Wow. You thought the Melbourne Storm had it wrapped up at 16-2. Dolphins said, hold on, put us in the ocean. It's time for a swim. And absolutely rampaged the Melbourne Storm. Now, I'm not talking about Melbourne Storm knocking it on and then they get a lucky bounce and Dolphins run away for a try. These were class NRL tries that the Dolphins were putting on. Set plays looked absolutely beautiful. In a game like this, Pappenhausen gets a really nice try, gets 78. You live with that. You're happy with that. Katoa 98 at halfback. He is now 563,000. He's made 173,000 in cash. And this is a Dolphins team that is absolutely flying. So if you are looking for someone, maybe you have Sandon Smith in halfback and you're like, what do I do here? He could easily be a play. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, with the draw coming up, the Dolphins currently go from Melbourne into Canberra away, Roosters away, Para away, New Zealand, and then Bulldogs away. So it isn't overall easy. Maybe Sydney Roosters and Para helps them a bit, but Para, now that they've had this win, they could be a different breed of a team. So I wouldn't be going out of my way to go there, but if you want to take the risk, go for it. Again, I don't think we're going to be seeing the Dolphins score 42 points or over 30 every game. Farnworth, a very big and highly talked about centre at the moment. I think he's doing absolutely amazing. 98 points is huge. Definitely at the moment, you can bring him in. I think he's just an absolute workhorse and his base is incredible. If we look at him right here, Farnworth, he's just the guy. He's like the next to Karaz. This is really nice base, 40 and up base generally, averaging, does it say it here what the average for the base is? No. Am I blind? Most probably, but it doesn't say it. But 43, 38, 41, 49, 35, 32, 41. Really nice to see. Gets, I think you got to try this game. Just get a lot of attacking stats when they are rolling, which is good. And again, into Canberra, Sydney Roosters, and Para, New Zealand. Really nice next set of 4 games that I think we could see him just do some work in, which is really, really nice. Next here that we will speak about, Jerome Hughes, 61, great. Munster gets to 55. Again, still okay for someone who, their team got beaten by 20 points, which is crazy to say when you're mentioning or talking about the Storm. Coach with a 60, which is great. If you jumped on there, he still had a negative 30. I think that could easily be a play still, even though a lot of people got him last week. I still think with their draw, he is someone you could easily target if you wanted to go for it. If we look at their draw, I've spoken about this a lot. Melbourne Storm come into South Canberra, West Tigers, Sharks away into a bye. Really, really nice. So if you want to do that, feel free to go into that. But we do have the likes of Hiroti and Billy Smith that we can speak about as well. Again, nothing too much crazy here. Asako in a 42-point game, you would definitely want more than 51 points, and this is the issue I find with Asako. I just don't like seeing this. I don't think he's going to be like a top 6 or definitely not a top 4 CTW, but he's just so up and down, and it's so weird. In the games where they do a bit average, he scores more. In the games where they dominate, he scores less. It's really weird, but it is what it is. Hammer with a 46. Geez, you wish if you went down that path, you are unfortunate as well. Plath, really unfortunate there. I think goes down with a very bad injury. I don't know the extent of that injury, but I would hop off right now off Plath. Look at going to most probably Hudson Young, Preston, something like that. And then back to the Storm side, nothing much here else besides Anderson, 46, kind of nice, okay, underwhelming still, 84 break even now, so it's getting tough, but you hope he clears that with the South game, but you just don't know. And nothing much else there for the Dolphins and Storm game. If I do miss out someone that you hoped I'd speak about, just let me know in the comments and I'll let you know. Warriors versus Broncos. Did watch this one, and boy, oh boy. Broncos, up and down, mate. Up and down more than a seesaw, this team. Why they get a nice win. They just don't look polished, do they? You'd think they would have cleared this game and won this game. You thought Haas would have really dominated this game, especially with a JFH injury. Nope. Didn't happen. I'm not sure if the weather worked in Warriors' favor or against them, but Warriors just wanted it more and they got it. This guy's an absolute beast. Halasima, 374,000. He must be spoken about now because of the draw. Sorry, I always keep clicking the wrong one, but the Warriors draw is really nice now because they beat Broncos, which you thought they might have scored week in. They now get Newcastle, who are just playing absolutely poorly at the moment. And this is at Warriors home, by the way, unless it's like one of those regional things. But for now, it's at Warriors home from what I can see here. Newcastle, North Queensland, St. George away, Dolphins away, Canberra at home, Souths away. These are really nice games. This is what you'd think to be high-scoring games. You'd think they'd still put on points. I think Halasima is a sneaky grab you could get to right now. I'm just going to put it out there. I think he's a really good player. Let's just look at him quickly because I do think he does actually deserve to be spoken about. He's just a really strong, hard player, and he has been spoken about before. So what you're seeing here is an absolute increase in minutes. I think the coach will take a look at this. He gets 72 minutes against the Broncos. He gets a 37 in base with 72 points for 69 minutes with a 37 in base. Absolutely huge. You can see even here with like 40 to 53 to 44 minutes. I keep reading the wrong thing. With 30 prox minutes, he gets around 41, 53, and 44 points. If he gets continual upgrade or like high minutes, he's going to be a really, really good player to have. I think he's going to make you some cash. I think he's a really good smoky to have. And yeah, he's just a great, great, strong player. He must be on your watch list. He must be on your watch list at the moment. Wait, today's Tuesday. I just realized today's Tuesday, so we get team lists as well. Extend the video. Damn, I'm insanely stupid. It's because of the Monday public holiday. Leave me alone. All right. So maybe we can do a live stream of that later, but don't know. Don't know. So let's go back. Sorry, that threw me off a bit. Barnett, 63, nice, but like out of the 2 RFs and FRFs that we have, yes, it's a great score. You're happy with it, but it's not like outstanding. Still nice from Haas and Carrigan. You do like to see that. 75 from Stags, which is nice. Shibasaki was still bringing out a nice score. I was really worried about Shibasaki because I traded Shiba out to Karaz, but he still loses a bit of money here. I think he's close to being sold now. Because they come up against the Bulldogs, I would say now is the time to sell. I still have Arthur as well. The reason why I wanted to trade Shibasaki was because I had a feeling that this week, unless Arthur's and Shiba put up astronomical numbers, because it was kind of raining there, I said I'm just going to trade Shiba. I think out of both of them, Arthur's would be the bigger keep, and that if I hope Kraz goes bigger than Shiba, which happened, and then I can focus on only trading out Arthur's if I wanted to this week. So that was my play. So far, it's working out well. I think I will trade Arthur's this week to a Billy Smith and sort of pocket some cash there. And then nothing else much here for the Broncos. No one else really to speak about. It's 54 from Reynolds is nice. Yeah, nothing really much else there. I wouldn't go. The only person, was it Hunt? Did he not? He got a 12. Never mind. Don't worry about Jaden Hunt. Anything else here? I still think we need to talk about Harris Tavita. He's just plugging away. He's made 146,000 in cash. That is huge. He definitely needs a mention, especially as a 5/8. Could be someone you even go to. I'll just throw that out there. If you have the balls to do it, go for it. Go for it. Metcalf with a 56. He's actually proven a bit of people wrong. Now, the problem is when he scores, it's what saves him. It's still, if you held him, congratulations and well done, because it was a very, very nice move. Tuapiki 59, that's just because he's playing at fullback, but very nice to see. And Leotawa 18 has been a bit of a flop this season, to be honest with you. We expected a bit more if you did start with him. I think now is the time to get off it personally, but completely up to you there. All right. Roosters versus Panthers. Nathan Cleary and Edwards came out and said, hold my beer. This is why we're in the Origin, and this is why we are the best when we dominate. These guys came out and absolutely slaughtered Roosters. I didn't expect Cleary to go this big. He wasn't even a VC or a captain for me, but did he prove me wrong at the worst moment for myself? He's still in my team, which is great, but still, if you captained him or vice-captained him, well done. Watson in my team as well, 86, love to see that. White, if you traded him out, that feels unfortunate. Mark Nawa, you know what I do here. Really nice, was playing so good at the start too. His flick passes, you can see the rugby union-esque to him, and it was beautiful. Tedesco, if you traded him in, you live with the 65. You were hoping for a bit more, but it was very, very unfortunate. Toya gets downgraded from 66 to 58, but if you held him like myself, well done, because now he's sitting at a 22 break even. Wong, 52, still not doing the things we saw, I think was it against the Broncos, that we were hoping for. So that's kind of an unfortunate wait. You could maybe hop off. I would say you give him one more week or hop off now, in my opinion. But yeah, he's just not doing, I think, what you were hoping for if you have him. Nothing much else here. Talking about Lindsay Smith, 57. Yeah, it's all right. you just want to, I just wish he was plugged in from the start and just stayed on for as long as possible. Then he would be an absolute beast. Yao 72, what you kind of expect from him. I think he had a try assist this game as well. So maybe that's not great to see in terms of, he's most probably not going to get a try assist. Casey McLean still doing great work, 562,000, 44 break even. So you're definitely holding if you've got him now with the way that the Panthers are playing, and nothing really much here. I would jump off Otago if you have him personally, but you can hold if you want with the way that Panthers have played. Titans Raiders. I think I saw like the first 20 minutes of this game and I thought, oh my God, Titans are going to absolutely crunch these guys. Then I look back, I was at like a Christian festival and I was like 20 all, and then it went to 30-20. Hudson Young. If I pulled my plug on that trade that I did with Hudson Young and Hiroti, I don't know if I would have been in a stronger position. Likely would have been. But I went with Pap and I held Iongi. So maybe not. But geez, he is just flooring at the moment. Can you get Hudson Young in? 23 break even. He's an Origin player. Let's just look at something quickly. Canberra Raiders come into Dolphins, who are just flooring at the moment, and I think Dolphins will win this game. Melbourne away into Bulldogs, into Gold Coast, into New Zealand away, and this is around Origin time. It's going to be very tough. I've said to people that I just think now that if you haven't jumped on it, don't get on it, because he's scoring tries, and I don't really expect that kind of output against the Bulldogs and Melbourne. I could be wrong, but the break even's nice. It's still at 23, so you could jump on now. I'm just not sure if it's heavily worth it. That is all. Furmore 63, if you've held on to him, this is what you wanted to see from him. Just hold. He's just a great player. He's capable of more. Brimson 46, which is really underwhelming because at the start he got a really nice try assist. You thought he was going to go like 60, 70 plus. He just doesn't get it. He just doesn't earn the points in his position. When he's a center or a fullback, sure, but he's just not getting it here. Ethan Strange, I had him boosted for Galvin, and I pulled out of it, so I've still got 3 boosts. Not sure how I feel about that, but I think it was the right decision because I didn't want to overuse my boost. Fogarty, I talked about him in a pods video, gets a 79, and Tamale, if you held on to him like myself as well, gets a beautiful 89. That's really good to see. Nicholson, are we seeing the drop-off now? We need to take a look at Horsburgh and Nicholson here because I didn't watch the game as well. I haven't looked at it, but let's just look at it quickly because the minutes do reflect the points, especially with someone. Well, we definitely don't want to go to Mark Nichols. All right, so look at this. So what we're seeing now is he's still got 80 minutes this game. Wow. 80 minutes for 43 points in a 30-point game. That is unfortunate. Maybe that is a hold, though, because they get the win and he gets 80 minutes. So I wouldn't trade there. I thought he actually got less minutes by looking at that, but I was wrong. Horse, you can see there's a tiny drop in the minutes. Nothing... But it is, it's about a 5 to 10 drop. I think you still hold him. 55 break even. I think he can beat that. They're coming up against, who do they have this week? Canberra have the Dolphins. I think he can still do a lot of work this game. I would just hold 1 week. I don't think he's a go-to person that we're like, we have to trade him out. If you do, good on you. Go for it. Maybe go to a Couchman or someone else. But yeah, I don't think it's a must-have to trade him. That's just my opinion anyway. And let's go back. Where am I going? Apologies. Keep giving you guys epilepsy warnings. Tarpanay, 49, not that great. Starling, this is most probably when you get off now. You could hold one more. I think it's not that bad, but I think you can still hold, to be honest. 52 break even. We know he's capable of a 70, 80. I think it's completely fine to hold him. Don't waste a trade when you don't need to. It's not like he's got a 90, 110 break even. Even if you lose a tiny bit of cash, you might lose 10 or 20,000, but If you make a trade for someone else that generates you another 40 to 60 points, isn't that worth it? So just think about it in that way. Hosking 28. How many minutes did Hosking get to have a 28? If you jumped onto Hosking, unfortunato on that one, that is what happened there. Again, I was away. So he got 40 minutes. Okay, so they're just settling him back in the game. 40 minutes with 30 base is really nice, though. He's a base machine, this guy. Gets 28 points with 30 base. Okay, wait, what? So he got downgraded? Sure. All right. I can hear my kid crying too, so we will have to wrap this up pretty quickly. Nothing much else here before the Titans. In regards to the Raiders, I'm not really talking about anyone else here. We've spoken about Starling. Savage 17 is really, really poor, to be honest. I'd jump off that. I think there's better grabs you can get at CTW. And if you hop on Ethan Strange, good luck. Definitely a play that you could do. Go for it. All right, let's talk about Newcastle Knights Sharks. Thank God I hopped off Kalen Ponga and went Pappy. Oh, I would have lost it this game. I would have just deleted the app, would have been very, very angry. And look, you know who's putting up some great numbers? Kai Peace-Paul. In this team that Knights are in, bloody hell, Kai Peace-Paul and Marzu have been doing Supercoach work. Now, I think personally, Marzu is still a huge grab. If I tell you right now that if we look at the draw for Knights, Dylan Lucas should be coming back. They have New Zealand away, Souths away, Gold Coast, Parramatta, Penrith away, St. George away, Manly, Sydney, Dolphins away. I think Marju could possibly be a top 6 CTW if he continues the route that he's in at the moment. He's surprised me, actually. He had a bit of an unfortunate start, but still in the unfortunate starts and also the unfortunate games, he's actually, whoa, I take it all back. Not an unfortunate start. There was a patch here. This is what I'm talking about, where he kind of went down, but he's doing really good. The problem is, are we reading into the 138 too much? I mean, he gets a 42, a 56 against the West Tigers. The good thing is with Dylan Lucas back, I assume he's back. I haven't actually checked yet. If he is, it's good because their attack is so much better. But this is just a really nice draw for Marzu, I think. I just don't know about this Knights team. Ponga looks like he wants to leave the team. I think the only reason Ponga doesn't leave this team is because Dylan Brown is coming. But we'll find out. But far out, they are playing horrible. Sharks have an absolute blinder. Kennedy 84, Brayley 83, Harodi 80, really nice. And if the news is that Iro is going to take longer, I think you still jump on this. I think this is a big grab here. I'm actually going to be looking at getting Harodi and Smith. I think these are two certified CTWs you can get. And even if Iro comes back, you're just going to make so much cash from this guy. So I think you can definitely go there. AFB 76, that was with a try, I think. Don't quote me on that, or a try assist. I think he's been okay this season. Nothing crazy compared to Haas and Terrell May. Hines 65, you love to see that. Good hold. This is what we're hoping for from him. With their draw coming up, it's only going to get better. So you'd like that for a confidence boost. Mulatalo 20, get off that immediately, or hold for the draw that they have and pray to God a hat trick comes his way. Nothing really much else there. Stone Street's been great for them. 76, 9 break even. This is someone I think you could also jump on as well. They seem to love going down the right side. They're just really good. I think when Iro comes back, you'll see them go left a bit more as well. I didn't watch the game, so I can't really talk about what they love doing too much. But Stone Street just seems to get the ball. But yeah, that's the game. Sharks win 34-14, another domination. And the last game of the round, I did watch this game. Yeah, you should not have put Galvin out. Galvin was, I'm not going to say Galvin was the reason that they lost the game. That is just really stupid. But you saw Mitchell Moses say, this is why I'm an elite Origin player and how much I can impact a game here. He was incredible. If you have Sandon Smith in your halfback, this could be a big, big play here. I think he's going to be elite. Now, the problem is he's obviously going to be picked for Origin. So you can read into that as much as you want. But the draw at the moment for Parramatta, after this great win they had against West Tigers, they go into the bye, which is what we're seeing. Then they have Sharks away, Dolphins, Newcastle, Manly, Penrith away, Bulldogs away, bye. I'm not sure exactly when the Origin period is, but I don't think you grab him for this period unless you're in strife in your halfbacks. I'm just going to hold Cleary and Hines. I think if you have Cleary and Hines, you're obviously just holding that. So yeah, if you're struggling in your flex, you could try it. I just don't think it's worth it. And yeah, that is basically my comments on Moses, but an absolutely great game. Also, he's versing the West Tigers, who do give up a lot of points. They were one of the best defensive teams. I think that's gone out the window now. Adokar 94, which is huge, but don't read into that too much. Iongi 76, if you've held onto him like I have as well, that is huge. I think he's close to being a trade, but I just can't look at doing it at the moment. I really, really want to go Iongi to Teddy. I'm going to see if I can facilitate that, but I don't think I can. The break even is 53. And again, their draw does start getting a tiny bit tough, but he's definitely not someone we hold on to all season. Dylan Brown, 87, break even. I think you can still wait a bit for him. Again, they have the buy, obviously. We're not making any Eels trades right now. And nothing else much there. Katoga under the 19. I'm glad I didn't go there. I think I listed him as a pod, but he must not have gotten a lot of minutes. Buller, really nice. I think he's a smoky pod, in my opinion. He's just doing a lot of great work for the Tigers. He's a core piece in their attack, 35 break even. You just obviously don't go there instead of like the Teddy, Pap, Gutherson. It's just, yeah, he's just really good. If you have him, you keep him. He's doing a great amount of work. Terrell May, I talked about a try in my group chat that I think he'll get it this week, and he did. I had money on it, and unfortunately, I had West Tigers to win in that multi, so that blundered that. Coruscant 60 is great. 56 for Naden, another pod that I think you can talk about. 15 break even with the Tigers and their upcoming schedule. We're looking at Para Sharks, St. George, Melbourne away south. So it's a bit of an up and down one. I don't think he's worth it compared to a Billy Smith and Harodi, so you can't go there. But he's a good player. He could easily sneak a try and make you some cash. Toa, a bit disappointing. Seyfarth, I think it's time to hop off. He's done what he can for you. He's now sitting at 69 break even. Just get the cash you've made from him. I think you should have got rid of him last week. Dewey 36. That's disappointing. Really disappointing, because you'd expect him to play better in that position. And it just didn't happen. Well, not better. You'd expect him to get more Supercoach points in that position. Hopgood 45. He's just been the worst performing 2RF in my opinion this season in terms of Supercoach, and just in general. He's just been real weird. His offloading game's just gone down the drain. Nothing else much here, I would say. And that is your recap for you guys. I hope that you agree with everything that I've said. Now, looking at my team quickly, as you can see here, I think I'm going to do a live stream later on for team lists, talking about team lists and trades. But I think I'm going to look at facilitating. I'm close to getting rid of Garrick. If I can go Garrick and, well, I can go Garrick and Arthurs to Harodi and Smith, I'm going to be very happy with that. I'm going to have basically cash gens. I think we hold Jenkins. I don't know why people are getting rid of Jenkins. It's baffling me. You've just seen a Panthers team perform absolutely amazing against the Roosters. He just didn't get these attacking points that he usually would get. And then I'm going to go Campbell, I would say. I'm just going to wait on some more injury news. I could hold on Campbell, just have Galvin. I was thinking about going Campbell to Munster. I could go to Burton. I don't believe in that as much, to be honest with you. Hubner. Whoa. All right. Well, we'll talk about that a bit later, and we'll talk about captains. But let me know in the comments below what you think, what you're happy with, what you're not happy with in your team. Again, thank you so much for watching the videos, guys. I really appreciate your support, your help. And I just love having a chat about NRL fantasy with you guys. Supercoach is here. It's back, round 7, round 8, Easter time. It's amazing. And I hope your team's doing well. Let me know how many trades you also left have with what trades you're thinking about doing and how many boosts you've used. Because I know there's a lot of you out there. You're aggressive boost people. You've got like 1 boost left and you don't care. You're elite. I love your aggression. And I'll see you on the next one. Much love. Take care. And yeah, good luck with NRL Supercoach. Peace.